Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Caleb. Today we've got to talk about some updates that have been announced for Clash of Clans over the past couple of days. We got to talk about new defenses, new hero pets, as well as a new siege machine and a spell. Let's get into it. So as you guys can see, if you go into the news tab, 2 days ago we got the monolith and the spell towers. A day ago we got to meet the new pets. And then today, the new siege machine as well as the new spell were announced. Let's go ahead and get into the Reddit posts and break all this down. So as you guys can see, first off, we've got the new defenses here on sneak peek number 2. So the new defenses are a spell tower and a monolith. What exactly do those do? The spell tower, once troops get close enough to it, once opposing troops get close enough to it, it'll activate one of 3 spells. At the first level, you get a rage spell. At the second level, you get a poison spell. And at the third level, you get an invisibility spell. This tower is going to be available once you get to Town Hall 15. And basically, what each spell does is exactly what it is, right? A rage is going to rage up all of the defenses as well as any troops or heroes that are inside it, as well as the builders. A poison is going to slow down and damage attacking troops, and then the invisibility spell is going to make everything within that spell invisible. They've all got different ranges, as well as where exactly the spell activates. For instance, the rage spell and the invisibility spell, those activate directly on the spell tower, whereas the poison spell actually throws the spell at the enemy troops. I'll link some videos in the description below so that you guys can see these spells in action. The next defense is the monolith, which the monolith is looking pretty good. It's basically a tank buster. What the monolith does is it's got its base damage, but then it does additional damage based on the troop that it's attacking, based on that troop's max HP. So if you think of things like heroes that have really high HP, or any of your tankier troops like golems or P.E.K.K.A.s, those troops are going to take a lot of damage from the monolith. The monolith is only a single targeting defense, but it does a lot of damage to those tanks. So that's what it's going to be really useful for on defense. Sneak peek number 3 brought us new hero pets. Now the hero pets I'm really excited about from an offensive standpoint. I think that they're going to be a lot of fun and it's going to be a really good time. In order to get the hero pets, you're going to have to upgrade your pet house 4 times. But with each upgrade, you're going to first get the Frosty, then you're going to get Diggy, third is Poison Lizard, and then finally it's the Phoenix. So what does Frosty do? Frosty is a hero pet that's going to slow down enemy defenses. So it is a single target damage, and it also slows down defenses, right, as I said, and it attacks ground and air. It shoots like a breath of ice, basically, out of its mouth. It also comes with frost mites, which are basically little Yeti mites, that also apply a freezing effect to the defenses that they target. Now, the pet itself doesn't target defenses only. It will also attack, like storages or, army buildings, right? So you get those frost mites that do target defenses though. So as Frosty gets attacked, the frost mites will go towards the defenses, and it's not a complete stun, it's just a slow, and it also doesn't reduce any damage either. But it can be very useful for minimizing damage by lowering the attack speed of those defenses. It's going to have 10 levels, and at each level, you're going to get hit points as well as damage increases. And then once you hit level 5, you're going to get an additional frostmite that will be deployable from what's this thing's name? Frosty, from the Frosty. The next hero pet, Diggy. I actually really like Diggy. I'm a big fan. So its favorite target is a hero. Damage type, it only does single damage, and it only attacks ground, things on the ground. So it's not going to attack any sort of flying troop that may be defending the base out of the clan castle. What Diggy does is Diggy burrows underground, and then when it hits a defense, it'll actually stun that defense. I 100% see Diggy taking over for the Lassie. Absolutely, I think Diggy is going to be a phenomenal troop, right? And then as you can see on the upgrades, you get hit points and damage upgrades, as well as the time on the stun gets upgraded as well as you upgrade Diggy. The third hero pet is Poison Lizard. So Poison Lizard, its favorite targets are heroes and troops, and it does single damage, and it attacks ground and air units. So Poison Lizard also applies a poison effect that does damage, as well as decreases speed and attack speed of those troops. Now, Poison Lizard doesn't act like a Headhunter does right off the bat. It's not going to, when you deploy it, just run straight from the hero to the nearest enemy troop or hero. It is going to stay near your hero that it's deployed with until it gets within range of that enemy hero or troop, and then that's when it will eventually attack that hero or troop. So Poison Lizard definitely has some very good, it's useful, right? It's got some pretty great utility, very useful, and can definitely help with any attack, really. I definitely see Poison Lizard being a potential bring on almost all attacks. As you can see on the upgrades, you get HP, damage, as well as increases to the poison effect with each level. Finally, the last the last hero pet that we're getting is the Phoenix. The Phoenix, what it does is when it's first deployed, it's only an egg that does absolutely nothing. It's just an egg that hops around and follows your hero. When your hero dies, what Phoenix will do is it'll actually resurrect the hero. Now, your hero won't be able to gain any more HP, and it will eventually die after anywhere from 6 to 8 seconds, depending on the level of your Phoenix. But it does give you pretty much a second wind, essentially, with the hero that the Phoenix is attached to. Now, Phoenix itself, once it has hatched out of the egg, which is when the ability gets activated, the Phoenix itself will actually end up attacking, enemy, buildings, troops, whatever might be nearby. It does then enter into the battle as an attacking troop. So for sneak peek number 4, we got introduced to the new spell in the Siege Machine. The new spell is called the Recall spell, and this thing looks absolutely crazy. What the Recall spell does is it allows you to pull troops and heroes and hero pets back into your deployment bar. Now, it doesn't put them back where you got them from. It houses them in a separate area over in your spells, and the spell is redeployable, and that's when the troops come out. As you can see, the upgrade for the spell factory looks like it only unlocks the Recall spell. I don't think with this new spell factory update we're gonna get any more spell space, but I haven't seen anybody talk about that. So I'm assuming right now that the spell factory is gonna maintain the same amount of spell space. The Recall spell is super crazy. I'm really excited about it. It's a housing space of 2, so it's only a 2 housing space spell, which is nice, and it does target everything, ground and air troops. At max level, it's got 90 housing space. Heroes are worth 25 housing space, hero pets are worth 20, troops are just worth whatever they are, right? And there's specific rules that go into this spell about, troops that are cloned, troop size, and when they're deployed from the spell, and which ones are brought into the spell first. I'll link some videos in the description below that talk about the Recall spell from other content creators who actually have access to the dev build and are able to use it and kind of show it off. It's definitely a spell that you kind of need to see, really broken down in order to actually really understand it super well. For the Siege Machine, we got the battle drill. So the battle drill, what it does is it burrows underground and then pops up and targets defenses, and it stuns them for 2 seconds. So it targets defenses, right? Like I said, it's only single target. It only targets things on the ground. It has a training time of 20 minutes, right? So, and it unlocks at Workshop level 7, which you can only get at Town Hall 15. The upgrade cost is 19 million elixir, so it's definitely very, very expensive. The battle drill, if you kind of think about it, it's basically a stone slammer, but on the ground. Thanks so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider hitting the like button, and if you want to stay up to date with me and all of my content, please consider subscribing. If you guys want to catch me streaming live on Twitch, which is where I recorded the content for this video, you can find me there at twitch.tv/mynamescaleb731. I know I'm looking forward to the update, and I really want to hear what you guys have to say about it too, so please drop a comment below. Thanks again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, my friends.